How would you describe your sound?
It's just really like a blend. It's like a stew for me. It's everything that I grew up listening to, and then also just me just kind of wanting to try different things and just mix together sounds that maybe shouldn't go together, or like styles that shouldn't go together, and just feeling like if my voice is like my voice is the bread that holds it together. And so everything else is like, as long as that's good, the initial bite is good, then everything else is like, a surprise, so.
Who were some of your musical influences then when you were growing up?
That's a long list of people.
I am sure.
So, I grew up, my mother had me listening to, of course, like Michael Jackson, Prince, and Stevie Wonder, and Sade, and stuff like that, and Whitney. And when I got a little older, I was listening to like a lot of Usher and Justin Timberlake and D'Angelo and Maxwell. And then I was like, then there's the hip hop side, which is like Kanye and Kid Cudi and Tame, then you got Tame Impala. We could really be here all day. There's a lot of people that just always have influenced me. I just really like good music. It doesn't really, the idea of genre, I don't really pay attention to it. It's like a good song is a good song for me. So it's a wide range of people. Queen, Journey, we can be here all day.
Well, you mentioned to me you were shooting a video today. Was it for your new single, You Slay Me?
Yes, it was for the new single, You Slay Me, and it's going to be fire. It's going to be dope. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
What can you tease about the video?
It's going to be something that I guess people have not seen me do, and people are not, it's going to be a little bit different for fans. They've never seen this side of me. So I think for me, the song itself was, a little bit experimental. So it was like, we wanted to create something that continues the story from Nightwolf and also kind of gives you something like opening up a new world and a new character. So
when it comes to your songwriting, then what's your process? Do you need to have music before you can come up with lyrics?
No. I mean, actually, a lot of the time, I actually write some of the songs first, and then we build the sonics around it. You Slay Me in particular, I had that hook for like a year or two. By the time we ended up actually working on the sonics for it, we just kind of built it around what I already had. So
we'll be seeing you here performing here shortly at South by Southwest. Will we be getting to hear You Slay Me there? Will we be getting to hear any songs off of Crimson?
So yeah, we're working some of the new songs into the set. They've already we've already done. We've had this whole plan for like 2 years, like maybe since 2020, about what the set would sound like by the time we got here. Like I've had Midnight and Crimson. I made all of that at the same time I made Nightwolf. So we had that planned out from that time. And so we knew like the set had to build up into this kind of production thing that we're going to try to do at South by, which is not easy to do, but we're going to do our best. But yeah, I didn't get to perform any of my Nightwolf album, so it was like, for me, I don't know, for some fans, they really wanted to hear those songs because that was during the pandemic. And so, we're just trying to find the balance where, we can give everybody what, I only got like an hour. So I'm trying to find a balance to give everybody what they want, so, but you will definitely hear some of the songs for sure.
What can fans then expect as far as performance wise from your set at Parker Jazz Club?
We're gonna do. I mean, if you ever been to an Adrian Daniel show, I mean, you probably haven't, but I don't know if you have or not. But it's always an experience. We're gonna bring it. I always tell this. I think there was someone that said to me one time, "It's like nobody wants to perform behind me." So, we gonna bring it. And we're gonna have a good time. So,
what does it mean to you to get to be performing then at South by Southwest?
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Like, it's like we've done all these virtual shows, and don't get me wrong, I've loved it. It's been dope. But to be in front of an audience again is like, I'm like pumped. I'm like, people, like, hey, it's like, because that energy, you feed off of that. You feed off that energy, the crowd, and, them, giving you love and you giving them love back. So it's really about that experience and giving people a show and people being able to go home and be like, wow, like for an hour, like I was really in his world, and that's what I'm looking to do, so.
When it comes to the production side of your music, do you have much of a say or much of a hand in how that's creative?
I co-produce everything. I don't really have, I've never really been the artist where it's like, someone. There are times that people send me like beats and then like I might like it enough that I'm like, oh, but I end up changing something anyway, just to make it my song, and so I'm always very hands-on with all of the music. I've had to be that way. I never really had a producer come in and kind of like, take the reins from me and I just kind of show up and sing. I never had that. So I've had to be that, the producer and the artist as well.
Who is someone you'd love to collaborate with on a song then in the future, whether it's production wise or artist wise?
Oh, yeah, that's actually, if I'm gonna give you two, the production side and the artist side. I've always wanted to work with Timbaland. Like, I've always been a big Timbaland fan. And I've always wanted to work with him. His grooves is just insane. But I also really, really want to work with Pharrell too. So it's like this, there's those. But on the music side, there's so many people. I mean, a lot of like the fans, they tell me who they want me to work with. So there's a lot of people, but I guess like at the top of my head, the artist I really want to work with right now that I've been listening to a lot is Ariana Grande, for sure. I'd love to do a song with her. It'd be dope.
You are a part of social media. Why is that such an important way for you to connect with your fans?
It's really, for an artist, especially an independent artist, that relationship is like key, because every experience with a fan, it's like they're the ones that keep the shit going. So it's like being able to talk to them and being able to hear their stories about how the songs impact them, it affects me. There's, so no one knows this yet, but there's a song on Crimson that was literally inspired by me talking to a fan, and their story helped me write the song. So, yeah.
What would you like to say then to everybody who are fans and supporters of the wonderful music that you make?
I got the best fans in the world. I don't care what any artist says. I got the best fans in the world. They go hard for me. They really uplift me. They always sending me positive energy. They like, some of them send me like morning good vibe energies in the morning. And I'd be like, wow, this is like, you don't know me. You don't have to do this. But, I really, really love my fans. And I'm so grateful, that people choose to listen to what I'm doing. And I don't take that for granted at all.